It has to be organized because they have to kind of get an idea of, they have to organize people, a lot of people on stage sometimes. Have to be patient because there are a lot of people who are responsible for creating the overall result, and you know, the artistic director doesn't control them, so sometimes it takes a little time to kind of communicate what information is important for them to know. When I'm directing something, the first thing I listen to is the music and see if the music kind of moves me, and if it does, then I take a look at the script, because I love trying to create character through song.
And then lights up.
10 seconds.
Read your
5 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Have a nice summer.
I've never really seen anyone have kind of an unusual ritual, but I have at rehearsals one in the production of Brigadoon. The lead performer in that production always wore a toque at rehearsal, so we never saw his actual hair. But in terms of, you know, hockey players, you know, they kind of dip their stick in the toilet or they do all that kind of stuff. I haven't really noticed any unusual. I don't have any myself. Usually the only thing I do beforehand is just before I go on stage, I just kind of take a deep breath and kind of a cleansing breath and then go. Well, hopefully still performing and directing when I'm inspired to do that. But,
It's actually quite a long time. It would take about 2 years before we open the curtain. We decide on which shows we're doing, and then from then on we set a budget, and the next part after that is to decide who's going to be the directors. And from then, about 3 months before the show opens, we start casting the show, and then we start rehearsals, and that's where everything gets a little bit more intense. So it's about a 2-year process in total. Well, the main responsibility of the producer is twofold. I take care of the budget, make sure that everybody's not spending too much money, and make sure that they're meeting their budget goals. And the second point for the producer is to make sure everybody gets along. For the most part in a show there's a technical side and there's the production side. So you have all the cast members and the directors and the artistic side doing one thing, and then you have the technical people on the other. And so the producer makes sure they're talking together. Well, I've been in musical theater for quite a long time, and I started loving musical theater when I was in high school, and so I got on stage as a cast member, and then I got interested in being behind the scenes, and so I became a board member, and eventually led to being a producer. And this is my first show as a producer, and so I think everything's going well. My passion is musical theater. I'm hoping maybe to be on the political side of it at City Hall, deciding arch budgets, and I'm hoping that might be one route I'll go. But I think I'm going to be continuing my artistic wants here at Orpheus.
Oh, I have very large feet, and I'm not very proud of my terrible teeth. But I now have a tail that is some vacation. I'm due for some rest. Hey, would you maybe like to sit on my nest?
When I was a kid growing up in a small town, I didn't have the opportunity to go do a summer camp or learn from professionals, and I wanted to give them the same opportunities that other kids in big cities had. There's always one person in your life that's always going to tell you that you're not good enough. I want you to turn their voices off and tell them in your head that you're better than they think you are. Well, there is a role for women that is called Mama Rose from Gypsy that eventually, when I'm old enough to play her, I would love to be. Well, there are a couple, but one that springs to mind and everybody still talks about is I did a production of I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, and there's a scene in there that there's a teddy bear, and the husband is supposed to hit the teddy bear and try to tear it apart, and one night the teddy bear's head was completely decapitated and fell and rolled onto the floor. Well, I hope that I'm having lots of fun and that I'm still doing what I love to do.
On you.
Easy on me? You mean like sending me to the nice part of Urinetown?
That can be arranged.